Ayubowan. May you have a long life. I am Dr. Samanthi Konarasinghe from Institute of Mathematics and Management, Sri Lanka. Today I am going to talk about the importance of econometric modeling amidst COVID-19 pandemic. First we'll see what is econometrics. It is a branch of economics. In short, applying statistical techniques in describing economic variables is known as econometrics. This subject was pioneered by three scientists, Lawrence, Ragnar and Simon. So for their contribution, all three of them were awarded the Nobel Prize in 1971. Economic variables. An economic variable is any measurement that helps to determine how an economy functions. In other words, by looking at the behavior of the economic variables, we can understand how the economy of a country functions. There are a large number of economic variables. Some key economic variables are given here. They are real GDP, unemployment rate, inflation rate, interest rate, level of the stock market, exchange rate, and so on. These are key variables, but there are a large number of other variables. Any variable which help describing the economy of a country can be defined as the economic variable. COVID-19. It is not new to us. We all know what is COVID-19. So according to WHO, it is a pandemic. What is the difference between pandemic and epidemic? Epidemic and pandemic, both are diseases if it is spreaded within a region or country. Such things are defined as epidemics. But if some disease is spreaded across the seas, across the countries, then it is defined as pandemic. Now we know what is econometric modeling, and we'll see how and why the econometric modeling is important in a pandemic. Not only in COVID-19 pandemic, in any pandemic or even an epidemic, it is important. Why? There are so many reasons. Forecasting plays a vital role in a pandemic situation, but the econometric modeling mainly help in economic policy developments of a country, and also it helps to maintain the economic and social stability. Those who have learned a bit of economics, you know, the economics has two main branches, macroeconomics and microeconomics. Macroeconomics studies an overall economic behavior, and the microeconomic may be individuals, firms, like that. So then look at the macroeconomic phenomena. We are thinking about the inflation, economic growth, GDP, unemployment, and things like that. So when it comes to economic policy development is actually a course of action that is intended to influence or control the behavior of the economy. So economic policies, there are two types, fiscal policy and monetary policy. In the fiscal policy, government adjusts its spending levels and tax rates to monitor and influence a nation's economy. When it comes to monetary policy, the central bank of a country take actions to achieve the sustainability by controlling and foreseeing the economic variables, main economic variables like inflation, consumption, GDP, liquidity, and so on. There are two main branches in econometrics. First one is theoretical econometrics. That is, if one develop some new theories or methodologies in econometric that is known as theoretical econometrics. In contrast, applying existing techniques, that means applying existing statistical techniques to describe the economic variables, is known as the applied econometrics. In econometrics, we are analyzing economic data with the main objective of forecasting the future. Economic data can be divided into three parts: cross-sectional data, time series data, and panel data or longitudinal data. Cross-sectional means if the data are collected at a short period of time, that is cross-sectional data. In contrast, time series data, if some data are collected over a long period of time, maybe some weeks, months, years, and so on, they are time series data. Panel data or longitudinal data means they are time series data, but several variables are considered over a same period of time. In other words, over a longer period of time, data are collected for several variables. Statistical models used in econometrics are regression models and time series models. As you know, there are three types of regression models: simple regression, multiple regression, and logistic regression. When it comes to time series models, it has more types: exponential smoothing, decomposition techniques, vector autoregression models or auto-distributed lag models, autoregressive integrated moving average or ARIMA models and SARIMA models, then the arch and gauge methods. These are well-known techniques. This Sama circular model and circular model, they are quite new techniques used in econometrics. Let's consider some real-life examples. This is a time series plot of consumer price index of Thailand. You see, the consumer price index of Thailand from 2012 to 2021. So it has gone up, down, like it is moving with heavy fluctuations. And look at this part. Just as the COVID-19 started, it has not gone up, but later on it has started rising. This is Thailand, and from USA. See, USA, the rate of increase of the consumer price index under the COVID-19 pandemic is worse. The rate is high. So if we consider the behaviors of econometric variables of other countries, even the consumer price index or any other behavior, you will see their behaviors are not same. So then, how to make use this kind of patterns? There are two things we can do. One thing is forecasting this consumer price index or GDP or unemployment or whatever. That is by using the time series techniques. Secondly, we can find the relationship between these variables and the number of infected cases. We can see whether the number of daily infected cases or monthly infected cases of the country, is it related to the consumer price index? Or the number of infected cases, is it related to the GDP? With the increasing number of infected cases, is the GDP going down? We can see the joint behavior of them. So, based on our requirement, we can make use either univariate techniques or multivariate techniques. So then, we can make use this knowledge for economic policy development, because the healthy economy is the key for the healthy society. Therefore, the most important or the crucial role of a country is played by the econometric modeling. Hence, under this pandemic situation, we must pay more attention on accurate and reliable econometric modeling and forecasting. Due to time restrictions, I am not going to talk any further. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Flora Charles and the team of Eurasia. I had been with Eurasia over the last few years and I will be with you in future as well. So thank you very much for giving me another opportunity to address the world. Wish you all the best.